Hey everyone, Matt here, and welcome to this video. Just me for now, but I am here, and I'm going to react to the Spider-Man No Way Home official trailer. This is another trailer. I'm going to have a discussion with Jake after this. He already watched the trailer, so it's just gonna be me for now. But yeah, I'm gonna go through, and then afterwards we'll have a discussion. So let's just start this. So, okay, Tom Holland's cool. The guy's from The Amazing Spider-Man. Epic stuff. Cool. Oh no, he's crying. What a pussy. Ah, yes. They found him out. That is a yikes. I have a crush on Zendaya, by the way. The Green Goblin. Black Spider-Man. This is epic. Oh, what's happening? Oh, they're fighting. Oh my god. Oh, is he a bad guy? Cool. So, is he a bad guy? Like, is he gonna... Oh, he is black. The guy is black. Okay. Oh my god. I'm fun to act up. Oh my god, it's a salmon guy. So like, right. Oh well. This is just like the other Amazing Spider-Man type ending. Wow, cool. That was epic. Cool. Alright. Hey everyone, I'm here with Jake finally. It's 2 hours later, but I have him here with me, and we're finally going to discuss the Spider-Man trailer.
Yes.
Just 1 second.
I know because you caught me off guard because you messaged me while I was on my way home from work, and I was like, yeah, I already watched it because it dropped when I was on break. I was like watching, I was watching I was constantly refreshing the YouTube for like Sony Marvel on my phone because I knew it was coming out when I was on break. So I was like, I gotta catch it, like, because if I don't want to be like getting in the car to go home and I'm seeing like all the screenshots and stuff, and I've been like, no, I'm not. So I was like, yeah. When I caught it like right just in time, it said it was uploaded like 20 something seconds ago, like 2 views. I was like, all right, I'm
gonna be the third one to view this ever. Oh my god.
yeah. And I told you in DMs when I saw it, I was shaking like of excite. I was like shake. I was nervous because I wanted to see something that didn't make it in, and we'll talk about it. And I was shaking because I was also excited.
Yeah.
We talked about before on other videos where I made appearances in about like, I'm only excited for a certain aspect of this movie, but now that I've seen like more, I'm really excited again.
Yeah.
I'm like now back in. They pulled me back in. So yeah, well, we can just talk. So I don't know how you want to do it. If you want to do this like a trailer review or something,
you
want to
review just talk about like what happens. I mean, this is the first type of discussion type video
yeah,
we've done
like
for a trailer. So
yeah,
this is like setting it in stone essentially.
Yeah, and we could definitely do more of these when we get like new content and stuff. But yeah, so I mean, No, so basically we got a bit more revealed about what's going on. I I will say that I was looking forward to seeing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in the trailer, but unfortunately they were not in it. Um,
Yeah, I
which
definitely
you
think they're going to. I know movies usually do like a thing where they do like a few
oh
trailers.
did you see the Brazil Sony account posted made a oopsie.
No, what?
They we'll talk about it more, but like there's a shot that there's an extended shot of the scene where Spider-Man is coming at the villains, and Lizard looks like he got punched in midair by nothing. Invisible. I wonder why.
Oh, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
you could see him just getting clobbered like by an invisible force. It was obviously John Cena.
yeah. John Cena's in the movie.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, and everyone was like, it was kind of because I was seeing that, and I was like, I can't believe that they left that in. So yeah. I think two certain individuals were edited out from the trailer,
Oh,
meaning.
yeah. I was like, what are you going at? Is there like an invisible person or something? But I understand now. They had to
I
edit them
wonder who
out.
those two are.
Oh my, that's so funny. I can't believe
Yeah,
they
you should
kept it
see.
in.
Yeah, I think it was posted on Twitter. Like they're like, yeah,
Can you send it to
and
me?
people were like, it's fake. I'm like, no, the Sony. It's only in the Brazil version of the
Uh,
trailer. Only in the Brazil version. And I'm pretty sure the Sony Brazil was the one who accidentally leaked that they were going to be in it in the
oh my
first place.
god. Well
So
done, Brazil. Jesus Christ, guys. Fucking hell.
Sony Brazil,
You know what?
making an
7 to
oopsie.
1. 7 to 1.
Okay, so back about the trailer. So we're gonna get even though I wanted Toby and Andrew, I knew we were gonna get more about the villains, and that was
Hmm.
something I was excited for. More of the villains. So yeah,
Yeah.
so we get a bit more of what's going on. So basically, what we know so far, because I'm this is not going to be like a review where we're going to be talking about like the plot, because we have no idea what's
Yeah.
going on.
This is just
Oh,
our thoughts and opinions on the trailer from
thoughts,
what we've seen.
speculations. I'm not going to say anything about expectations because I don't want to get my hopes and dreams crushed
Hmm.
and being. I
Once
want to
again.
come in like unbiased. Um. So yeah, we know Peter is essentially what we know. Obviously, is Peter is going to Doctor Strange to be like after the events of this previous movie, we reviewed that. Go check that out.
Hmm.
um,
Link in the
he
description.
he got his identity revealed, so he's like, "How do I undo this?" And Doctor Strange was like, "Okay, I got you." So they undo it, but Peter was tampering it with the whole time because he wouldn't
Yeah.
shut up. Because
Yeah.
he's
Peter
Spider Man,
really just
he's a
fucked everything
talker.
up like a stupid
So he
ass.
so he screwed up the spell, and essentially it opened up the multiverse. Now, if you're I'm gonna put in some Marvel lore here. The multiverse kind of got opened up already with the Loki TV series. The multiverse was open. Spoilers for that, by the way. I'm so sorry, but if you're when it comes to like
I'm
Marvel,
2 episodes into it. Come on.
when it comes to Marvel, I think it's either you're on this hype train or you're not. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but yeah, the multiverse was opened because basically there is this kind of interdimensional police force called the TVA. Um, yeah, I'm trying to talk to you about it too. So this is kind of what's going. Basically, and it was like Loki. Loki and his female version of himself named Sylvie. They kill Kang the Conqueror, who's going to be the major villain. And he was keeping the multiverse like in a kind of a straight line,
Hmm.
just so like there's no branches in reality or something like the multiverse.
Yeah.
And then they kill Sylvie kills him, and basically the multiverse is unlocked. And I feel like that and Doctor Strange's spell are happening at the same time, honestly. And then we're getting the Doctor Strange movie, Multiverse of Madness, which I feel like is going to follow. Going to be like which I heard is going to be take place at the same time as No Way Home. So and that's about the
Hmm.
multiverse as well. So I feel like all these events are happening at the same time. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry I'm jumping in like more Marvel stuff, but this is and of course the ending of WandaVision where she was tapping into the multiverse to see her children, and she's going to be a main player in Multiverse of Madness. Like I think a lot of people are going into Multiverse of Madness because they said, Scarlet Witch is going to be in it, and it's going to be more horror themed, like more. It's going to have more of a horror aspect to it.
Hmm.
So, yeah, we'll talk about this. So, yeah, Multiverse is opened, and a bunch of villains are possibly heroes, but mainly villains are.
Yeah.
They land in the MCU universe, and they're going to be causing a havoc. Um, of course, we get more about with the Doc Ock that was at the end of the trailer. I swear to God, all the promotional stuff for No Way Home has been on that damn bridge.
Yeah.
like, like literally, we've gotten so many screenshots of just that bridge scene. But
That damn bridge.
but what caught me the most and what made me really excited and what made me satisfied the most is he had Doc Ock pins Spider-Man to like the wall, and his helmet he's wearing the nanotech suit, the Iron Spider suit. So his helmet comes off, it reveals his face, and he goes
Yeah.
like, "You're not Peter Parker." That's all I needed to hear, and I'm like, finally,
Yeah.
thank you.
Because
That's all I wanted. You didn't even have to show me. Just them referencing that. Just I was like, yeah, yeah. I don't care if you not show them. I'm fine. I'm happy
so that
because
definitely, I think that
I saw some
definitely
theories that were like,
signifies something.
Toby and Andrew aren't in it, but like they're just gonna be variants of Tom. Like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna have Tom's face, like, but for something, or that Toby and Andrew aren't in it, but um Tom is going to be living their lives or something, like something weird like that.
Yeah.
But when he's just him just saying you're not Peter Parker, I'm like, yep. Like that's all I needed. Um and it got me excited. Some of the other villains, I'll talk about like the villains. I'm most excited to see the villain I'm most excited to see is probably Green Goblin
Hmm.
because that version of Green Goblin is my definitive Green Goblin. I've watched a lot of Spider-Man. I've read Spider-Man. And I feel like that version will always be my favorite and my definitive. And I was a little kid seeing the original Spider-Man. We did that on the channel too. Go watch that. But that
Cool.
version will always be my Green Goblin. Um, so seeing him again, like nearly 20 years later from like the original Spider-Man, it's just the best. It makes me really happy. It makes me feel really nostalgic because um the 2002 Spider-Man is probably my favorite Spider-Man movie, and is the one I'm most like nostalgic for. The one I have the most fond memories of, I should
Yeah.
say. So it makes me happy, and then just seeing that classic suit again, just like the CGI looked kind of a little weird, but it's Marvel. You expect that. Marvel
Yeah.
always has a CGI problem, but maybe it'll look more polished when the movie comes out. But the other
Sure.
villains, we got all of them revealed, so there's not. It's sadly not the Sinister Six. It's just the five guys. I don't know.
Five Guys the restaurant. They
Yeah.
coming together.
Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Electro,
Sandman.
Man, and did I seriously just forget? Lizard. Lizard.
Uh.
Yeah. 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 Like I said, I'm most forward to seeing. It's great to see Doc Ock too, because that's like
Yeah.
my second favorite Spider-Man movie. That was like that I also have a lot of nostalgia for. It's great to see him again, and the de aging they did. It looks pretty good. Marvel's really good with de aging and stuff, so
Yeah.
it looks pretty good. Um, I think the hair is a little bit too curly than the last time we saw him, but over that, I think it looks pretty good. Um, Electro looks okay. I mean, I like that it forms the electricity forms like the mask, or like the classic mask
Yeah.
for him. Sandman, just we don't see much of his. We just see the sandstorm, and then Lizard. We don't see him except getting clobbered by an
Mm,
invisible person. Um, but I think it's the same design from the Amazing Spider-Man series, and I'm not a fan of that design. He looks like the Goombas from the Mario movie, the
yeah.
bad one.
Yeah.
So I wish there was a sixth member to actually have the Sinister Six, but we're just gonna have the Sinister Five, I guess. Um, I don't know why they're. I just feel like they don't. It might be because they didn't want too much, or they want to do Sinister Six like down the line, or
Yeah.
you know. But
Not entirely sure.
we also yeah this trailer was more action packed than the previous one we got. That was like because I feel like that one was trying to just kind of introduce you to what's kind of going on, and
Yeah.
this one's gonna be like we're gonna reveal some more stuff. Um, yeah. Now we'll talk about Toby and Andrew. Um, because this is gonna be we're gonna do some speculation about the movie or so I feel like if they're somehow not in it, um, well, one, I'm not gonna be like disappointed and angry that I'm gonna walk out.
Mm,
I'm gonna I will be sad because I think that would have been the biggest missed opportunity ever put on film, like ever. Like that's like why are you gonna bring back the the old villains and not the old Spider-Man that fought them and
yeah.
have the experience to
I
help
feel like
Tom
they
defeat
definitely
them?
should bring them
Because
back.
that's the point of this because we got in this trailer like what's going on, like what that has to happen, that Spider-Man has to sort of kind of capture the villains or
They have
something.
to bring them back because it's like a multiverse thing. It would be
Yeah.
stupid not to bring them back.
But like he has to like capture them or and he's like Doctor Strange's like, well, they're all supposed to die, which is kind of funny because Lizard and Sandman didn't die.
Yeah.
All the and and most of them died. And the villains, all but one of the villains that did die were by their own accord. Like they
Mm,
accidentally killed themselves.
yeah.
Like Green Goblin impaled himself with his own glider. Doctor Octopus sacrificed himself to save the city.
Yeah.
Um, oh, the only time I can think of Spider-Man blew up Electro. Like that. That's the only one I can. But all of the other ones, they killed themselves.
I think the
Spider-Man,
only villain that they didn't bring back from the Amazing Spider-Man trilogy is probably Venom.
Amazing Spider-Man wasn't a trilogy. There was only
No,
two of them. You're talking about the Raimi trilogy, the original
yeah,
trilogy.
that trilogy.
Well, because that well, um, funny you should say that because there was a certain spoilers for the new Venom movie. There's and then there's a mid-credit scene, and Venom and Eddie are at a hotel or something, and then suddenly they're transported, and they look on the news and they see Spider-Man, the MCU Spider-Man.
Uh huh.
So that means Venom was part of Doctor Strange's spell.
Oh,
So that's teasing that maybe he's in No Way Home. Maybe he's not.
maybe.
I personally don't think he should be because Venom is too. Because I want them to do a Venom versus Spider-Man movie because that's what we've been wanting since they've introduced that version of Venom.
Yeah.
It's like we gotta have him have the logo. We gotta have him have the spider symbol on his chest. We gotta have him in Spider-Man fight. It's weird to not have Spider-Man. So I think they should set that up
Yeah.
after this. So yeah, but it's neat that like Venom's coming. Like we know that's something that's not too far away.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll say about it. Um, but yeah, that's kind of plus. Oh, with that too, because Venom, when he was talking to Eddie, he was like, I know, like, I experienced the past lives of, the variants of me. So he was referring to that version of Venom because he's like, I lived that life, like I can have those memories.
Uh-huh.
So that's what, because when he saw Spider-Man on the news, he like lit the screen. He was like, that guy, we got to get that guy. He's a
Yeah.
bad guy because he knows, Spider-Man. He knows like what's happened in the
Yeah.
multiverse. But yeah, so that's just to answer your question. But like, Venom didn't come back.
Yeah.
You know what? That's for the best because I don't like that Venom. And I think we might have talked about it when we reviewed it, but I just think, hey, he wasn't built right. He was way too short. He was skinnier. He wasn't like a big hulking brute like Venom is. But and plus I just feel like they didn't with Spider-Man 3. I just don't feel like they established him. Like he was kind of thrown in at the last minute. Like he was like, yeah, like I think they shouldn't have. Like I think many people will agree that they shouldn't have saved Venom for Spider-Man 4 or Spider-Man 5 for
Hmm.
because I feel like they just shoehorned him and that he doesn't get enough screen time. He just but,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's been said, but we'll talk about like the actual new movie coming out.
That's for another
Um,
day.
yeah, so I think no about this. So yeah, I'm very excited for this movie. The suit, the new costumes, I'm still a bit iffy about. Um, the red and gold one is starting to grow on me like a little bit. But I don't like the black and gold. I
Hmm.
think my problem, it's not even like oh you don't like black and gold. Like I do, but the problem, this is just my personal critique of it. I feel like the eyes should be gold. Not like the white, like the rim, like the lenses. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They should be gold, but they're black, so it like blends in with the suit and it looks weird. That's
Yeah.
just my thing. I think the lenses should have been gold and with the white eyes, and it would have made the eyes like pop.
Yeah.
Then I would have been like, yeah, that looks a bit better. Um, but the red and gold one's starting to grow on me. Like I said before, like I think it looks too armory, and for me, for my taste, I'm more of like the plastic spandex kind of guy because I just don't want like because the thing about this is just kind of the thing with Spider-Man that the MCU Spider-Man's been lacking is that like he's supposed to be a struggling guy. And I don't mean that this guy struggles. Like this guy's went through some shit. Like Uncle Ben's dead. And, like his identity's revealed. His only mentor's dead. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like it seems like he has an income.
Yeah.
Like he like literally and like this is just kind of my thing. And I know people will like defend. And I'm not. I'm just like because like literally in the like Far From Home, like he literally just like, oh yeah, you need a new suit. Here's a new fancy schmancy suit. Here you go. Like like in the other ones, like he like in the older movies, like he had to he had to sew those himself.
Yeah.
He didn't like and like when and I know like oh well he made the suit and the new one, but yeah, it was a bunch of machines and stuff. Like he was still like I know he was still making the designs and stuff, but he was having help from like a machine.
Yeah.
Well, like the Amazing Spider-Man, but Andrew Garfield, he was sewing that. Like there was the montage. He was like sewing that. They don't really explain with like like in the Toby one, but in like the novelization, he got he got a tailor from like one of the guys at like the wrestling event. They were like, hey, if you need a new costume, let me know. And he's like, okay. And
Oh yeah.
so that was the explanation, but they didn't really show it in the movie. I'm just kind of. But
Yeah.
now I'm trying to say is, and then another thing is like, you know, they really like, and they showed this in Civil War when he was introduced, but like there's like I said, it seems he has an income. The thing about Spider-Man is like he's supposed to be like us, like working, like always like struggling, like
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2. Like the big one of the subplots was Aunt May didn't have enough money for like the mortgage or something, so they were gonna the house, and he was trying to help, and you know like that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
you see him going doing all these press things and stuff. It's like he's more like a celebrity. Like he's like getting income. Like I know they don't show that, but like it just makes like it's kind of weird how he goes from having a finding computers in dumpsters in Civil War to now he's like like it looks like he's doing like press stuff and like
Yeah, it's kind of like,
charity. That's I'm just I like this version of Spider-Man, but I just feel like he's not like the Spider-Man I know.
yeah.
I idolized as a kid. I'm not saying he's terrible. I actually love all the Spider-Man. Like I'm not, and I know the best Spider-Man is something that's very thrown around on the internet. Like, how dare you? Like, no, this one's the best. No, this one's the best. Like, I love all of them.
Yeah.
I when I saw him in Civil War back in 2016, I was like, this is the Spider-Man I saw as a kid. But when over the years, I just think it just started to go downhill for me.
Yeah.
That's just my thing. That's just my criticism of it, of my personal preferences with the character. I
Yeah.
can understand people like it, understand people don't like it. At the end of the day,
Yeah, it
that's
doesn't
just my thing.
matter,
Like,
really.
no hate towards Tom. Tom is fantastic. I just feel like he's just in this like weird sort of version of the character. That's like not too far out weird, but like kind of like where it's like, this is like this is not starting to feel like the one I know, but
Yeah.
he's great. He's great. I want him to be Spider-Man for as long as he can do it. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
Because he still
he's
looks really young.
yeah. He does such a great job. Like he still brings out the character for me, but like I said, I just feel like he's starting to
I
go
definitely
more
understand what you mean, like with like the machinery behind it. Like it doesn't make sense.
like I remember like where he was just like I know like certain like like kind of a reference in like Ultimate Spider-Man like the video game like from like a long time ago on like the PlayStation 2 that I still have a lot of fun. Like there's like the openings, well not the opening, but like when we cut to Peter, there's this whole dilemma that like his costume's torn, so he can't go out and fight crime. And Mary Jane's sewing it for him, and he's like, "Well, I need it. I need the suit to like go fight crime." And she's like, "Well, it'll be ready after school." And there's this whole sort of dilemma about it.
Yeah.
And like, I just don't see him having that same dilemma where he has to turn to someone to like not like a machine, but like someone has to actively like do the work, like the
Yeah.
sewing. Where and it's like part of the plot where like I can't go out and fight crime without my costume.
Maybe
I
the
need it.
servers break down.
Mhm. But yeah, that's just and
That's
I
the entire
saw
movie.
I know I might send you it if I can find it or but a buddy of mine sent me a video where it was like kind of talking about this where it's like how the MCU is very militarized, I should say, where it's very like I don't know how to like kind of say it, but it's like it's very like about like
Like
in
futuristic-y.
like very like military based, like like the Avengers, like in the MCU, they're very military based. They will like literally Age of Ultron. It opens with them invading a foreign country.
Epic.
Like the context is they were it was Hydra and they had Loki's scepter, but like they were still operating like the military, like breaking into a foreign country to like invading, like to what I mean, like that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I'll find it. It'll make. I don't know how to like explain it, but it's like it's very like it's more appealing to like upper class, I should say.
Mm.
Like that, like more appealing to like
Yeah.
people like that. Where Peter Parker is supposed to be someone who's like,
But,
kind of poor to middle class, like that in between poor and middle class, where he's struggling to um
yeah.
find money and stuff. So yeah,
Pretty much in
that's
the
what I'm trying to
middle.
mean. Like it's more appealing to like those kind of people.
Yeah.
Where that's why it's always weird for me to see him in like fancy schmancy armor. Like in this movie where it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's got nanotech and oh that's cool. He's friends with a billionaire. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, how relatable.
Yeah, that's just the thing. Like, yeah, it's not. Yeah, every man always has some billionaire
Yeah.
with
Hey, hey,
weapons.
by the way, we need to cut the show because I have dinner with Jeff Bezos tomorrow morning.
Jeff Bezos. Oh no. Will he let me use the bathroom? I don't know.
I just shit on his carpet. I won't even ask.
Oh. Yeah, so like that's what I was trying to, and I like I said, I don't like if you don't agree with if you love
I
this version, if
no,
this
yeah,
is your
I definitely understand. Like, I think the futuristic like machinery is kind of like what the fuck, but like
yeah,
it's
that's more Batman.
it's
That's more of like Batman's territory
it's
in my opinion.
Marvel, and they're
Yeah.
starting to get to that point that way with the recent movies. So what are you gonna
Mhm.
do?
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
mean,
take it out. It doesn't take the experience out for me.
like he's just like he's great. Like this Spider-Man's great, but it's just not mine. Like not my
Yeah,
definitive kind of. That's how I'll say it. He's great. I love him. I love his take. I love the I don't 100% love it, but like I
yeah,
still enjoy it, but it's not my definitive.
yeah,
That's it's not like when I think of this character, I'm going to think of this version. Like no, that's not the
yeah.
case. It's not like with
And
Green Goblin
everyone
where
can have their own opinion.
of course.
Yeah. I mean, we should totally, like, if the others watched all the movies, we should just have a full on debate where we just argue which one is the best and we don't hold
Who's the
back.
best Spider-Man? Who had the best villains? Who had the
Like, the whole video was just 2 hours long and friendships break.
yeah.
Because it cut
Remember
deep.
when it'd be like if someone just brings up Tom Holland, he immediately gets booted and sent to Guantanamo Bay.
Jake, you fucking retard. He's not good.
He just gets bullied out.
We just kick him from the channel.
You like changed all the descriptions saying like the Tom Holland lover.
So Casey, we parted ways with him over his shitty ass opinion. Um, it's unfortunate, but
He said the MCU Spider-Man was the best version of Spider-Man, so
we kicked his
we
ass.
kicked we kicked him out. We
Yeah.
kicked him out. He's no longer welcome.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to watch any Spider-Man movie ever again.
No.
We took all the
We
Spider-Man
gouged
video
his
games from
eyes
him.
out
We
as
burned all
well.
his merch. We burned all his Spider-Man
He is
merch.
now blind forever. He can no longer see.
Can't see. He's blind.
Yeah, we gouged his eyes
Oh!
out.
Speaking of blind, we forgot to mention there's heavily rumors of a certain blind man being in this movie too, aka Daredevil. I'm
Daredevil.
very excited for that if he's in
Oh
the
my
movie.
god, might as well bring in all the Avengers.
All the no, but the thing is because the last Daredevil had like a really good show. Like they decanonized it. And I know that's a debate that they're like, no, they didn't. Like it's pretty obvious that they want nothing to do with the
Mm-hmm.
Netflix and the TV shows.
Yeah.
Not the Disney Plus shows. I'm talking like the Netflix shows. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and the guy who played him, Charlie Cox, was fantastic as Daredevil. I'm not a big Daredevil fan. No, I think he's all right, but
I've
I know.
personally never seen it, so I don't have a say really.
Um, I will say, well, he did have a movie in 2003, and it sucked.
Epic.
and he had in his Netflix show is seen as one of the greatest superhero pieces of superhero media ever. I watched the first two seasons when it came out, like back in like 2015 or something,
Hmm.
and I watched. I keep getting pressured in by a buddy of mine to watch season three, and I don't know if it's just my patience has dimmed or I just I just can't. Like I just feel like with the Netflix shows, it's like each episode's like an hour long,
Yeah.
and I feel like
That
I just feel like there's just so much filler that
that would definitely
just
do it.
don't have the patience for. I don't know. I like watched the first three episodes and I'm like I like it's just
Dude,
not for
I
me. And I
also
wish
don't care.
like if someone could like and I would be down if it was like here are the essential episodes, like go watch them. I would have been
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll do that then. I'll
Yeah.
try to find time, but like that's just the thing with like the Marvel Netflix shows. Like each episode's like an hour long, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like I know
Yeah.
other Netflix shows that I've watched are like that, but like I just feel like with those, I just feel like because it's a superhero show, they want superheroes,
Yeah.
not like a bunch of a, when you want like when it's like a superhero stuff, you don't want a lot of filler.
Yeah. You just want to get straight to the
You
point.
want some more you want more action and stuff. That's just my thing. I know everyone thinks season three is like the greatest, like one of the best like Marvel like show content, and I'm not going to disagree. I can't understand why, but it's just not my. I just don't have the patience, or like it would take, and plus I don't have a lot of free time to just sit down and binge watch
Yeah.
show like that. I just no, I did. I had the time when it came out when I was in like school and stuff, and I could spend like the weekend doing it. But
Yeah.
like now, I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a lot. But I'm excited he's coming back because like the stuff I've seen that I can recall in like clips I've seen separately, he's great. I can't wait to see him if he's in it. I know there's certain photos surfacing that says he's in it, but I'm gonna take all the leaks with the grain of salt.
Yeah.
I'm just
Because
because I don't want to.
people can definitely Photoshop shit
Have
in.
you have you seen those? Have you seen how crazy the leaks gotten?
Huh?
The leaks, like people were leaking stuff like every week, every
I
day.
haven't seen a single thing, honestly.
I know there's a lot that are in quote unquote spoiler territory, so I wouldn't venture out if I were you.
Yeah.
But I got some images. I was like, and it kind of unnerved me. It was like, are you really trying to ruin the fun for people? Like I know we're all anxiously waiting to see the reveal of Toby and Andrew. I am
Yeah.
too. Like I'm on like the fence. Like I'm like ready. But like, I think they're trying to save it for the cinema so we can all have heart attacks at the same time.
Yeah.
Like like honestly, even if they did, I would still have a freaking stroke when they show
Yeah.
up on screen.
Honestly, I think that's how they should do it. Like, they don't even include them in the
Save it for the
trailers,
movie.
but they just
Yeah.
save them for the trailers, and they both come up on the screen at the same time, like "Hello, hi," and then everyone
Yeah.
just fucking dies.
I'm gonna have a seizure or something. Heart attack. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna like die. I'm gonna have a um. But yeah, like I just don't want people like if they're somehow not in it. Like I don't want people to come
Get their
into
hopes
this.
up.
We had this discussion. We already had this discussion. I don't want people getting too excited, and then when something doesn't go the way they specifically wanted, they're gonna say this how this movie was awful and how
Yeah,
it's the worst thing ever.
that is the way it usually happens, though. Usually,
Yeah,
but
I'm like
what are you gonna do? It doesn't
I didn't
affect
get
me
what I
anyways.
wanted, therefore it sucked.
Yeah, I just
I wanted it to cater only
I
to me.
I just don't pay attention to those people in general because, like, look
Mhm.
at Halloween Kills. Like, I love that movie, even though it was like a
Mhm.
filler movie, anyways. But
Yeah.
it was good,
Yeah,
anyways.
I had more. Yeah, I took more time to think about it. Halloween Kills, and I was like,
Yeah.
I still liked it, but I just feel like, I think I said it like, it was good, not great, not terrible either. We've gotten a
Yeah.
lot worse. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, this, and
Oh,
I
this sucks.
like I said with like I understand the criticisms, like
Yeah.
when I said this stuff. When
Um.
I like something that's not like favored like by most people, I just say, I understand because that's what I said about WandaVision too. It's like the fin- this is the worst show. This is the worst show they put on Disney Plus because the finale sucked. The Mephisto didn't show up. Doctor Strange wasn't in it. Nobody like, and I was like, I get it. I get the finale wasn't as hyped as everyone wanted it to be. I understand. I understand. I did too. I did want a little bit more, but it was still enjoyable. I still
Yeah.
liked it. Um, WandaVision is still my favorite Disney Plus show that they did for Marvel. Um, but I don't think it's the best. Like I think I said in the Halloween Kills, there's that we have that blurry. People just have a blurry line between favorite and best.
Yeah.
That's and I know people hate
Let
WandaVision
that
because
just be the way
it's
it
mainly
is.
because of the finale, but then they say the whole the whole show sucks because I didn't get what I wanted as a finale, even though the whole purpose of the show wasn't to set up. It was more so about a study of like grief and stuff. It was more about like more emotional things. And it wasn't about like big explodey
Yeah.
action. So that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
I still think WandaVision was spectacular.
Yeah.
I think Elizabeth Olsen was really robbed of an Emmy. Her performance was fantastic. I can't wait to see her again in Multiverse of Madness. Um, I know. Will that be on your list now because you're gonna see Spider-Man: No Way Home? Are you gonna watch Doctor Strange too?
I probably have to anyways for the channel. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could watch the. I know it's something that we're like, oh, we should watch all the MCU movies and review them.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, there are like 30 movies.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot.
Like we already have so many things that we plan on watching, but the thing is, me and Jake have lots of terrible mental things that we have to do,
Yeah. Yeah.
and our schedules
I mean,
don't mix
if we
sometimes.
could somehow find the time to watch like the
Yeah.
first one and then be like, okay, and then just to be like, just to be like, this is Doctor Strange. This is what he can do. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. We don't have to be like, we're gonna watch all the movie season. And no, we don't have to.
Yeah.
That would be something to do. Yeah, but with this Spider-Man No Way Home, we're definitely coming. We're definitely gonna be here.
Yes.
We're gonna do a review.
Yes,
There's
sir.
no there there's no excuses.
Yeah.
um, I don't know if we're gonna see it together. I I asked a relative of mine if they would be interested, just because if something happens with you, because as soon as those tickets go up, I'm getting 2 tickets. I don't care who's going with
Yeah.
me because the tickets are gonna sold out. People are gonna go nuts when the
Yeah.
tickets go. If I get my hands on them, like I don't care I'm grabbing them. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
care. So yeah, they go on sale November 29th. By the way, if you didn't see,
Okay.
just for you to remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
In case you want to go with your like other members of the channel again,
Yeah.
in case anything happens,
Yeah. I have to ask them at some point.
just to be like you have to you have to ask them soon because
Yeah.
as soon as November 29th hits, they're probably gonna sold out within like the first hour or even the first few minutes. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be insane. I
Yeah.
know
For sure.
I know people are still iffy about. I know Halloween Kills didn't get like that much, but remember, like this one's gonna be exclusive in movie theaters. This
Yeah.
one's not going to streaming. As much as it pains me, this one's
Mm.
going right to theaters. There's no streaming because, well, they can't do. Well, it's because they can't do it anymore because the whole Scarlett Johansson thing.
Yeah. I'd be confident in the movie though. I'm looking forward to it. It's pretty much just my opinion.
I'm just seeing the old villains again just makes me happy. And
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like with if Toby and Andrew are in it, it's gonna be kind of like overkill of hypeness for me. It's
Yeah.
just gonna be like, no, oh
As for everyone else, honestly.
yeah, like
Um.
I like I said, I think they should wait. I thought they were gonna do something because like everyone was just so on edge about this trailer specifically because they had an event. You probably saw they had an event for this.
Mm,
You think they were gonna pull something like, oh, here's Toby and Andrew gonna confirm they're in the movie. Like here's like a thing, but they didn't, and kind of sad
yeah.
about that. But I was
Definitely
I
slowing it.
honestly was so like on it when went back to work. I was thinking like, what if when I get out, I'm gonna see that after the trailer, like Toby and Andrew came out, like, yeah, we're gonna be in the movie, because they said like lots of surprises, but I guess it was just the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm still bummed, but I'm 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 bummed, but like I understand that they want to save it if they're in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like maybe like 80% sure they're in it.
Yeah.
It's a very high
And they
number because,
should
like
save
I
it
said,
anyways.
I highly doubt John Cena was cast in that movie for him
Yeah.
to punch Lizard out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I feel like someone was edited out.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
you can literally see even in the one that got released for like America, he Lizard and Electro aren't looking at Tom. They're looking like at in an invisible area that's accompanying a force. Like there's something there that you
Yeah.
just don't see. Like I think that was a big goof, and I think I honestly, if you want my opinion, I feel like they're just messing with us at this point. Like they're messing with everybody about this movie.
Yeah.
Like there's so much hype and speculation and leaks and stuff. Honestly, if you want my opinion, I think Sony was the one leaking all this stuff anyway, just to mess with everybody.
Yeah.
And like
Like,
honestly, like and they're like, oh my god, the Spider-Man No Way Home poster. Like, what if they show everybody what they? And then they're like, here's this last minute poster that we did in
yeah.
Photoshop. You saw the posters, right?
I think I saw something about it.
Here's the well, the first one was pretty meh. Second one looked a lot better. The first one was pretty meh. It was clear that they took a shot from the trailer, just cropped him, just used like the outline, and then they put him in on the bridge, and like it was very last minute. And the second one was still felt very last minute because I feel like they used that style of poster for the previous Spider movie. It looked a lot better, but I'm still saying like I'm like,
Yeah.
like, because there's so much. Like I said, everyone's so hyped about the poster. Like this they haven't like the movie's coming out next month and there's no poster for it. Like what's going on there? It means it's gotta be really special. And they're like, here you go. What's this? Your poster. Looks like you just did it in Photoshop for like, and it took like 5 minutes. Yeah, here's your poster. Okay, and everyone's just gonna accept it.
If you squint closely, and if you put it in Photoshop and you invert the colors, you can see Andrew and Toby in the corner of the screen.
I saw a meme where it said the trailer. I saw a meme where it was like it said they're like, wait a minute, and it said and it circled the trademark for Spider-Man. Does that mean Tobey Maguire? Tobey Maguire for the trademark? Wait, does that mean Tobey Maguire's gonna be in the movie?
Wait a minute, AG? Oh my god. Andrew
AG?
Garfield?
Andrew Garfield?
Oh my god.
I can't believe
Garfield's
it.
in this movie? Oh my god, they have everyone.
Voiced by Chris Pratt.
Mario? Oh my gosh.
Chris Pratt's gonna. And the plot twist is gonna be Andrew and Tobey are in the movie, but they're both voiced by Chris Pratt.
Mario and Luigi are just in the movie instead.
Mario.
Hello,
I mean,
Spider-Man.
Mario's gonna be voiced by Chris Pratt. And he's gonna be in Spider-Man.
I don't even want to discuss that right now. That's a discussion for another video, honestly.
I wish we did something.
I know, but
I remember. It's kind of so funny because it's like I remember where I was when they announced Chris Pratt was Mario. Like I remember where I was. I was in my room, and
Uh,
I was in a someone sent a message in the group chat, and they're like, "Guys, Chris Pratt is Mario." I'm like, "No, you're not. Shut up. Prove it." And they sent the screenshot, and I started laughing.
yeah.
That was a historic day.
If anyone made it this far into the video, any other news that comes out about the movie, we'll cover and discuss. Pretty much with any movie we're interested in, we hopefully
Yeah,
aim to
if you
do
want,
more
yeah, if you guys
things.
want, if uh, Doctor Strange just went through some reshoots, so I don't know if we're getting a trailer anytime soon, and they got
Yeah,
pushed back. So if there's any trailer, I'll probably just send it his
yeah,
way. And do you want to do a video about this, or you're
yeah,
interested? I don't think there's gonna be much that we both have a common interest in. That, like I said, I'm not. I know you know me as the movie guy, but I'm not a borderline cinephile that I'm just gonna watch
yeah,
every new movie that comes out. I'm very selective.
yeah,
I'm a very selective type. I don't want to be like, because I know everyone was like, "Oh, Dune was such a great movie." I'm like, just not my thing. I
yeah,
know it's just I just have a specific tastes
yeah,
in franchises and stuff. That's like but yeah, I do watch movies. So
yeah.
yeah, if there's something, you can let us know. Well,
Yeah. Pretty much if
I
it's
love it.
anything that we're
I wish
both
we did this for
interested in,
Halloween Kills.
yeah.
I regret now that we didn't do this for Halloween Kills because we should have.
Dude, I regret not doing anything since like I regret not doing like a lot of things for the channel ever since COVID started. We could have had so many things like up on the channel, like if
Yeah,
we were consistent with it, but it is
yeah.
what it is.
It was because and I was getting more into stuff too. I was like, because out of quarantine, I was like looking up more stuff. Like like I said,
Yeah,
we want to cover a certain Netflix show, and we can't find the time to do it because
yeah.
season 4 is coming out next month for this certain karate show.
Hmm.
Um, um, so and they did announce season 5, so we'll definitely have. Once that gets announced, we can be like, okay, we can start planning out more better, so we can.
Are they doing a season 5?
Yeah, they're doing.
Okay. Well,
They ordered a season
if we
5.
don't do it by season
Um,
4, we can do it by season 5. That gives us enough time for mental states to be okay in
COVID
time.
to go away.
Yeah.
COVID's not going away. But
COVID's not going
you
away for a
know,
while, but
if
for it to get
keeps going,
better
if
slowly.
cases keep going down, and everything's good, and I have
I'm
the
okay
time.
with people coming over, by the way. Like,
Uh-huh.
people haven't been over in a month because I've been busy,
Yeah,
but people can come
yeah,
over.
yeah, yeah. So and then plus it would be hard since like it's Netflix. We would have to either watch it on your computer, and I know your PS4 setup's pretty whack because you have so many consoles in the way, and there's so many wires and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that for you, so
Uh,
it's like, do we do we watch it on a computer? Do we watch it
is it
like?
possible to.
Because
I mean, it
I
definitely
know
is.
we were gonna try to watch it separately because I have, my family has a Netflix account, and
Yeah, I know it's definitely possible to watch it on a computer. So what I'm thinking is like, if you're able to, we watch it here, and then you just sign into it, and incognito, we watched it on my laptop.
yeah, yeah, I got their login recently because I put on my PS4, and
Yeah.
because I have an old TV, and it's like one of the like an old smart TV, so
Mm.
the quality was like, and I felt like such a boomer just logging on my PS4 because like, wow, this is so good, but it
Yeah.
was like. But like I had this available for me this whole time. I was just using the smart app on my TV, but not my PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, this looks so much better. Wow, I can change the icons. Like, wow.
Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a mirror.
I know.
Oh,
I felt like
it's.
I felt like such a boomer. I was like, wow.
No, it's like, oh, is that a mirror? Oh, and it shows a dumbass.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So that's something we definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys. I mean. I mean, if we. I mean, all right. I was gonna be like, if we start a season now and we can do the same thing we did for the Spider-Man trailer for the Cobra Kai season 4 trailer. I was like, I was like, nah, that wouldn't work out because I didn't want to be like, there'd be a lot of context and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if there's I don't know what the chunk of time is between season 5, but if you want to do the Karate Kid trilogy first and then we get into Cobra Kai, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
They just got taken off Netflix. Freaking stupid, but I've been eyeing on getting them on physical media,
Hmm.
like on DVD and stuff.
Yeah.
I actually I actually like the trilogy. I know people like don't like the other two, but I actually do. Like
Yeah.
I feel like they're good for what they are. But the first one's like, a
Yeah.
classic. The other two are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
If we want to do those first,
Yeah.
I think they're not essential because I feel like um the show adds so much context that a newcomer will understand. Like with Halloween Kills, how they were able to like talk about the first film and in a way that made you feel like a newcomer,
Yeah.
but you kind of knew, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That able to put you in and like, okay, now I see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I know.
that's all I really have to say about Spider-Man, honestly.
Yeah, you want all about Spooderman? Yeah. We'll be back for the review.
Yes.
I can't believe the film is so close. It feels like we're in that final home stretch. I'm really excited. So yeah, we'll see you then.
Yes. And if
Yeah,
it's a trailer,
I
we'll
mean, no way
also
home.
react to it.
Yeah.
We won't
I
talk
don't.
for
I
an
don't think they're
hour,
doing another trailer.
but
There's no way they're doing another trailer. It's way too close to the release that they're doing another trailer.
probably not. I don't know. I never really know with Marvel,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I
Yes.
know there's a lot of sidetracking, but
Yeah.
that's just what happens in a conversation.
Yeah. People sidetrack. Get over
Yeah.
it,
Yep.
dumbasses. Anyways, I'm hoping they show Zendaya undressed